Hello everyone, this is RedefineGeek. You're watching Storyline Bonanza, a Sylvari Tale, Episode 2 by Red Mist, which is I. Now let's just pop in here for a bit.
My beloved Evard, you deserve better than this. But at least here, you will be hidden from the villain that killed you. May your memories spread among the dream, and may your noble spirit return through the awakening of others. I will defend your grave with my life if I must. If I should fall, at least I will see you once more.
Excuse me, are you Gawain? I need to speak with you about a Sylvari named Bersalak.
Bersalak? He is a beast. He killed my beloved Evard. If you are his friend, then you are an enemy to me.
Just the opposite. Bersalak is attacking young Sylvari in the Grove, and I plan to stop him before anyone else gets hurt.
Oh, that's very different. You see, my love was killed in a duel with Bersalak, and now I guard Evard's grave. I wish only to mourn, but Bersalak plagues me with his lovesick mewling. I buried Evard here to get away from Bersalak, but even in Morgan's spiral, I can find no peace. The Risen are everywhere, those horrible undead creatures. Even now, they're massing to swarm over this hill.
Bersalak is killing innocents. I must find a way to defeat him, to overcome whatever trickery has made him powerful. If you help me find a way, I'll help you guard Evard's grave.
You would? Oh, thank you. Yes, I'll gladly tell you everything I know. You see, Bersalak's armor... Wait, do you hear that? Oh no, the Risen are coming. Quickly, prepare to fight! The Risen are massing at Morgan's spiral. We should use these seeds to fortify our location before they arrive. What is it?
I'm in!
As you can see, I'm not that great at this particular quest, but it actually went better than with my thief, because I constantly died with my thief. I somehow didn't get the otherwise simple mechanic of planting seeds, and well, this particular quest in this particular system reminds me very much of Plants vs. Zombies. Of course, it's a more primordial version. World of Warcraft had their take on it. I think Guild Wars managed to make it a bit more complex, so to speak. And yeah, this is the combat. I'm still with my longbow.
The defenses are working.
Yes, stop interrupting. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So as you can see, there's waves of undead. They keep coming and coming, and I keep planting and planting and shooting, and it's all that racket. Right, so I think you have a pretty good idea by now of how the combat works. Those red plants over there that I'm gonna show you in a bit. Those red plants over there shoot seeds or whatever they shoot at the undead from a relatively long distance, and the yellow plant behind me heals me and my plants. Well, not my plants. Gawain, whatever her name was. Gawain's plants. That's the plant beast. With my thief, this went relatively different.
The seeds are ready. Remember, the enemy.
It actually came to them destroying all our plants and me respawning time after time again, taking them almost one by one, which was let me tell you, it was not fun at all. Now this blue plant over here slows them, as you probably guessed by now. And let's see what else happens. What other wave of undead could possibly defeat my otherwise frightening wave of plants? I was gonna say scary, but frightening seems like a better word, doesn't it? So, the rest of the storyline episodes probably won't focus so much on gameplay. As you can see, I'm doing this in a more playthrough-ish style, but I felt that by skipping the plants quest, I would really rob Guild Wars of its capacity to tell storytelling in combat as well as in the story. I feel that it's superior to Star Wars storyline, and it definitely is a piece of work. I mean, let me just tell you, Guild Wars feels genuine and it feels original, and that's something you don't see very often, and I know a lot of MMORPG players don't see this very often. And although it doesn't show that much by the way I'm playing, because I was really focused on not messing up, I spent a lot of time thinking about ways to put my plants in a more organized manner so that my yellow plant could just heal most of them and I didn't have to plant more yellow seeds. This is actually a kind of a bomb plant. It will explode eventually once the undead start coming. It's kind of a mine, if you want. We can call it that.
That's the last of the series.
And
now
this is the last wave of undead. Well, not this particular wave. This is just a part of the last wave. There's actually an elite coming, which isn't that much of a deal. I've done this quest in the most optimum way I could have. From my perspective, of course. I mean, Shadowmane told me that I could have done it better, but no plant fell, and that was my target. Maybe I didn't do it as fast as I could have, and maybe I shouldn't have planted that seed so far away from anything. Anything hostile, of course. It's still surrounded by grass and all that. So my volley is really kicking up work here. I almost died. But the ranger was a great choice for these kind of playthrough moments of my gameplay, because it's a very survivable class and I didn't have to refilm all of this because of dying all the time. Actually didn't die once in any storyline event, and I think you'll notice that. And this is the elite I've been talking about. As I said, he's not really that strong, and my plants all survived, so that almost guarantees my victory, even with my death.
Speak with me, Valiant, and let me help you with your task.
Let's speak.
There, my love can now rest easy, protected from the undead. As for Bersalak, he was always an exceptional fighter, but recently, he's grown invincible. After he slew Evard, my grief compelled me to duel him myself, and I lost. Instead of killing me, he demanded my pledge, insisting that I forget my true love. I could never find joy with a soulless tormentor like Bersalak. I'd sooner die and be laid to rest beside my dearest.
How do you think Bersalak became so powerful?
It's got to be his new armor, There's something different, something magical about it. It was forged by Occam, a smith near Brigid's Overlook.
Then I'm off to find Occam. Thank you. It was an honor to fight at your side.
And that is it, as they say. I've been with you for what looks to be 10 minutes now. This has been RedefineGeek, and I don't want to end the video in a standard manner. I want to actually give you a kind of a message, a producer message, if you will. You should feel very honored. To make it easier, which type of video do you prefer? Do you prefer the first episode of Storyline Bonanza, or do you prefer the second? Because the third will be more or less determined by your comments. So what I want from you is just give me a comment and just say episode 1 or episode 2, or how about combining them, or whatever have you. Also, like us on Facebook, and of course follow us on Twitter.